Texas A&M, man, the more I learn about them, the more I like them. Final score in College Station, A&M 31, Mississippi State 9. We'll unpack it all right now, but before we do that, if you're a Texas A&M fan, if you're a college football sicko, if you're saying no to plans on Saturdays because you want to be dialed in to college football from 11 a.m. Central all the way to the wee hours of the morning, noon Eastern for our friends in Eastern time zone, make sure you're subscribed. It's college football, nothing but college football year-round. We appreciate you being dialed in. So what I said at the top is how I feel this morning after A&M handled business. The more I learn about A&M, the more I like them. Kind of like whenever you're dating someone. Like whenever one of the first few dates with my wife, every single date, I learned something new, and it made me like her more. That's not always the case. Like sometimes you get further into those relationships, and it's like, hey, second date. After that first date went great, second date was like, oh, I didn't know that they had bad breath. Like here, I didn't know that they were one of those people that has cords connected to their headphones. I don't know. I digress. But for A&M, it's like Notre Dame game. Oh, the offense is explosive. I like that. Okay, cool. Second date, second game. Hey, defense showed up against Auburn. Okay, I like that. Winning the game ugly. Cool. Third date. Third big game, I should say, rather, against an opponent that could actually hang with you, Mississippi State. Oh, I didn't know that you had the make them bend to your will kind of trait to you, A&M. I didn't know you could run the ball for over 300 yards on the ground, 6 yards a carry. I knew you had a good backfield. I didn't know it was like snatch your soul level good. So the further we get into this thing for A&M, the more I'm like, hey, this is progressing. This is going somewhere. There's real tangible substance here for A&M when it comes to like what they're going to be over the course of this entire season. It wasn't just a good first day. It wasn't just a vibe that was caught in the game against Auburn and all that. Like it's legitimately things that continue to trend, carry over, and make me more excited about this A&M team. Now, the thing that also encourages me about A&M, something we've been saying for a while here, you saw composure against Notre Dame from A&M. But this first half for A&M, after they've been told how good they are and they're a top 10 team and you beat Auburn, all those things, 2-touchdown favorite at home, was not a great first half for A&M. I mean, I would say for the most part, regardless of what that final score says in the first half, it felt to me like that first half was a win for Mississippi State, even though it was 7-3 at half. A&M has a stop on 4th and goal. Or I should say they get stopped on 4th and goal, turned over Mississippi State. A&M's got a big punt return. It's called back with a flag. You got a roughing the passer. It's all these things that like just weren't favoring A&M, and they still find a way to finish the half strong, score a touchdown, all those things. But what impressed me the most was A&M took that first half, flushed it, reset, came out, played their best ball in the second half, won the game, covered the spread, wasn't even close. Like the best teams in this sport are able to reset at different points throughout a game. Like the season, yes, but throughout a game. A&M didn't let one bad half become the second bad half. And I think a big reason from that is Marcel Reed. A big reason why is Marcel Reed. He wasn't himself in the first half, settles in, starts making plays on the ground, starts dealing all around the yard. Like A&M as a team overall, and Marcel Reed was a big focal point of this, just like kept showing up and taking hacks. There was never a point where A&M tried to reinvent the wheel with their game plan. There was never a point where A&M got more conservative with their approach offensively to try and, help Marcel Reed settle in. They kept pushing the ball downfield, kept putting it in the air for Marcel Reed. And the thing that I love about A&M with how they're operating right now, I feel like I know who they are from an identity perspective on the offensive side. You couldn't say that a couple of years ago under the previous era. Like, you couldn't say, okay, I know exactly what we're going to call here on 3rd and 2. I kind of have at least a flavor of what they're going to do on 3rd and 2 with A&M. It's going to be some variation of inside zone with some motion. It's either going to be a run up into the interior and just make them quit in the middle of that defense, or it's going to be get on the perimeter Craver, let Marcel Reed have a run-pass option on the outside. It's going to be Concepcion in space. Like, there's all these options for A&M, and they play to their strengths. Like, that's the other thing. A&M does a great job of, on the offensive side, truly maximizing their playmakers. Marcel Reed had 13 completions. 10 of those went to Casey Concepcion or Mario Craver. Two dudes that any given Saturday have got to touch the football. And it's not just hey, we make sure they get the ball. It's they get the ball in a creative ways. Like Colin Klein is scheming up wins for Mario Craver, wins for Casey Concepcion. We're handing the ball to Mario Craver on jet sweeps. We're getting Casey Concepcion in motion out in space, out to the perimeter, going to throw him a little flat route, easy way to get the ball in his hands. All those things to where I'm like, they're actually utilizing the talent they have, which drove you crazy previously if you were A&M. We win the recruiting rankings this year and that year, and we're ranked wherever. Cool. Why is that not translating? A&M right now, what they're doing via the portal, grabbing Concepcion, grabbing Craver, having Marcel Reed back, that backfield going for, again, 6 yards a carry, it's translating. And a big reason why is Colin Klein, a big reason why is the identity. The identity to me is confidence. This is a confident group. If you're not confident, then you fold after the Auburn game and you're down early in the first half against a Mississippi State team and you're stopped on 4th and goal. Like, maybe not fold all at once, but you see it slowly show up. This is an A&M team that I feel like is sure of themselves, and I think that's going to be something we see throughout the rest of the season, with what they accomplish. The defense also trending up. Remember that defense that showed up in South Bend? Just like explosive plays, looked very, I don't want to say disorganized, but just wasn't nearly up to par, especially on the back end. And this is a team, too, of Mississippi State with Blake Shaven, with Anthony Evans, with Brendan Thompson, a spot now where those explosive playmakers could have gotten you for some big plays over the top. Brendan Thompson got one. It didn't really matter because it was the end of the game, but like you saw what they have in the cupboard there offensively for Mississippi State. A&M did a phenomenal job, kept a lid on the offense all night for the most part, didn't allow anything to really get going too much on the ground, especially after that first half. A defense that at the very least now is trending up. You got to play well situationally the rest of the way. You're going to have your work cut out for you, but they're trending up. I'll take trending up in October. Okay, I don't need to be a finished product in October. Trending up, playing your best ball into October, into November. That's what's going to make A&M dangerous here down the stretch. So last point here, I'm confident in A&M because they're winning in ways that feel like they are repeatable. Like, I'm not sitting here on a Sunday morning saying, wow, A&M found a way to get it done, and it doesn't make a ton of sense, but hey, gritty, find a way, good for A&M. Like, I'll take wins like that. But in a spot yesterday where you're a 2-touchdown favorite at home, like A&M dominated the line of scrimmage. That's why they won the football game. And it's not surprising with what they have in that backfield. It's not surprising with who their quarterback is. Like A&M, the way that they beat Notre Dame, sure, that one was maybe a little bit more find-a-way-ish. But the explosive plays makes a ton of sense. With that wide receiver room, with that quarterback, okay. Like, they're winning in ways that I think are going to be repeatable into October, into November. And I know if you're an A&M fan, you're saying we want to run the table, we want to be in Atlanta, be a team that gets a bye in the first round of the college football playoff, all that's well and good. I hear that. I think that's a fair thing to ask for. But what I would say is A&M going to lose more than 2 games the rest of the way with the way they run the ball, with the way that defense is playing, with the way that offense looks overall, with the playmakers yet again to put that point on there, with the way the culture seems to be in place with Mike Elko in year 2? I think A&M, maybe they're not bulletproof, but I think they are a team that can kind of off-road their way. It may not be perfect terrain. It may not be the perfect script for A&M this year. It definitely could be, but I have confidence that the floor for this team is extremely high. And the high floor for A&M I see as being a college football playoff team. So, again, it's October. We're making big statements in October, but picked them before the year to be a playoff team. Feel no different right now after that win over Mississippi State. And the ways they're doing it, too, feel very explainable, which I love right now in the month of October. All right, so hey, A&M fans, again, make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're subscribed. Hey, pick to make the playoff. Right now, we're trending in that direction. Everyone said A&M 8-4, Texas 8 and this, whatever. We're sticking to our guns and feel pretty good about that pick before the year. So, if you haven't yet subscribed, no time like the present, have a feeling we'll be talking about your Aggies here for a good bit longer on this platform. Cato on the ones and twos, myself, JD PicKell. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. We'll keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time.